What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to dive in and explore some of the hidden messages and deeper meanings in one of your favorite TV shows, Spawn, the animated series. If you haven't watched the show, then when you do, there is a high probability that this show will become one of your favorites if you give it a chance. For those who are unfamiliar, the series revolves around the story of Al Simmons, a former CIA assassin who was betrayed and murdered by his own government. After his death, Al makes a deal with the devil Malboja in order to return to Earth to see his wife Wanda. As the story goes forward, he also seeks revenge on those who wronged him. However, he soon realizes that his powers come at a great cost and that his actions may have unintended consequences. You really got to check out the show and also check out the comics too, but we're going to stick with the animated series for this video. One of the prominent themes in the series is the idea of power and corruption. Throughout the show, we see how those in positions of power, such as government officials and businessmen, will go to great lengths to maintain their control and status, even if it means sacrificing the lives of innocent people. This is clearly exemplified through the character of Jason Wynn, a corrupt businessman and high-ranking government official who is willing to do whatever it takes to protect his interests, even if it means ordering his men to kill innocent people. An example in the series that clearly shows his power and corruption is that Jason exerts influence on Senator Scott McMillan to run for president. In exchange, Jason Wynn protects his son, Billy Kincaid, a prolific child killer. Jason Wynn threatens the senator that if he doesn't run for president, he will let Pandora's box run wild on Billy Kincaid and his personal life. They both have dirt on each other, and spoiler alert, a few episodes later, he does throw down the political gauntlet and run for president. In the series, Wynn secretly sells weapons to terrorists to deepen his pockets. It's a great scene of positional power, leverage, underlying intensity, and darkness, and it shows that he's clearly a mastermind and he's just a real bad mofo in this case, which gives you chills down your spine and makes you want to watch the show even more. Throughout this series, we see how those in power, including the government and wealthy businessmen, will stop at nothing to maintain their status and control over society. This theme is especially prevalent in the character Jason Wood, who serves as a major antagonist throughout the series. Another prominent political theme in the series is a struggle between good and evil. This theme is exemplified through the character of Spawn, who was torn between his desire for revenge and his commitment to protecting innocent lives. And it's probably because of the mental trauma he's going through in the beginning of the series, but throughout the series, we see Spawn struggle with his own inner demons and violent tendencies, highlighting the idea that even those who are fighting for good may struggle with their own darkness and temptations. The struggle between good and evil is also relevant to our daily lives. We all have our inner demons and temptations that we must overcome in order to live a fulfilling and moral life. Now, I can relate to this with my struggles in being a Christian and raising my kids. For example, I'm just going to go example here, and going back to when my ex and I divorced, it was petty, it was nasty, it was dirty, and I did talk about it in my other video on my other channel. I'll link a description if you really want to check it out, but please make sure you watch the end of this video though. But just want to give you guys a clear example of how over time, and maybe some maturity too, things got cool, things were all right. Now, the series can serve as a reminder to acknowledge and confront these challenges and to strive towards being the best version of ourselves. Sacrifice is another thing that is prominent in the series. In order to protect those he cares about and to fight for what is right, Spawn must make difficult choices and sacrifices. Spawn's growth throughout the series helps turn him into a decent person, or maybe a decent anti-hero, as he repeatedly does the right thing to protect the innocent. He still has his flaws, but we definitely see character growth throughout the series. Now, what makes this more interesting and compelling is the blurred lines between good and evil. Look, Spawn is an assassin after all, but he's also a loving man who does his best to protect his city from the faces of evil. His biggest hurdle is that he needs to understand that killing only serves to benefit Malboja. And you may ask yourself why if you're not familiar with the comics. And the reason is because there's a war going on between heaven and hell, and killing the bad guy so quickly increases Malboja's army for the war. Spawn is also using his powers, which is finite, and when that power meter runs out, it's his second death to hell. Malboja's deal with Al, aka Spawn, was in order to see his wife Wanda again, because when Al died, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to see his wife Wanda. Malboja wanted Al to lead his army, thus becoming a Hellspawn. And being a former government official, Malboja clearly sees something in Elle. But going back to the theme of sacrifice, the theme of sacrifice is relevant to our daily lives. We may be faced with difficult choices and sacrifices in our personal and professional lives, and it's important to consider the greater good when making these decisions, whether that's giving up personal comfort for the benefit of others or sacrificing our own goals for the sake of our loved ones. I mean, the series can serve as a reminder that sometimes we must put others before ourselves, and sometimes I put my kids before myself because I want to give them somewhat of a childhood while I still want to attack my goals. But it's just that fine balance and sacrifice that we have to find a compromise in. But before I go any further, I'm an author of 4 books, link in description. Finally, the theme of redemption is exemplified through Spawn's journey towards self-improvement and forgiveness. Throughout the series, Spawn must confront his own past mistakes and seek forgiveness in order to move forward. This highlights the idea that even those who have made grave mistakes have the potential for redemption and growth. The theme of redemption is particularly relevant to our daily lives. We all make mistakes and have moments of regret, but it is important to learn from those experiences and strive towards becoming a better person. Whether it's seeking forgiveness from others or making amends for the past, the series can serve as a reminder that we all have the potential for growth and self-improvement. Look, in my personal opinion, man, Spawn, the animated series on HBO, is a thought-provoking show that explores important themes and messages that are relevant to our daily lives. By examining the characters and their actions, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Not to mention, this show has to be brought back in some way, shape, or form. I mean, we really need the show, and y'all need to stop playing.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Jokes aside, it's a mystery why this show got canceled. It's like Scarface with Al Pacino.
I know.
In my opinion, man, the show ages well. It just gets better with age. And not sure if it was the ratings or budget, or maybe the show was ahead of its time or something. I don't know. Personally, I thought Scarface was ahead of its time. That's why I didn't do well in the beginning, but it gained a cult following later, just like this show. Even though it doesn't have the cult following of Scarface, I think it got better with age. It needs to be brought back or rebooted. Give the people what they want. Like the video if you agree. And if you're liking the content we're throwing up, definitely like the video and subscribe to this channel. Definitely check out the show. But before you do, don't forget to check out ratedcomics.com for some really cool comics and Rated Comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.